My name is Bobby Holmes, and I studied the Bachelor of Arts at La Trobe University as a mature age student. And it's one of the best things I ever did. I have very happy memories of La Trobe, and I benefited so much from going there. It broadens your whole life. La Trobe helped me, I guess, to function better. It gave me confidence. I became really politicized, which changed the discussion around the dining room table significantly. I remember once when I was holding forth about something in the living room, the whole family was there, and Katie said, she was in her early teens, "Oh dear, I feel another cause coming on." Groups like National Action Against War Toys, Elders for the Earth, Women for a Humane Refugee Policy, the Australian Children's Television Action Committee. We started Women Against Violence in 1979. We decided to hold an assembly in the Treasury Gardens. There was a marvellous attendance, including men, and very good speakers. And we got quite a bit of publicity. Well, it led to the Peace Studies Working Group. Because we felt, we're forever studying war, it was really time we started to have a look at peace. We tried to get peace studies introduced into school curriculum, beginning in kindergarten, to focus on cooperation instead of competition. So building bridges was for use in schools, and it had games and so on of children working together to do something, to enjoy it or create or something instead of fighting each other. Because we're not only meeting our own needs in having children, but we're providing the next generation for this nation. The only thing you've got to draw on is how you were parented. And you can't parent well if you haven't been parented well, at least by one parent. It is one of the most challenging and important roles for which we have absolutely no preparation, none. And I think a lot of problems can develop as a consequence of that. A very close friend of mine said to me, "Was your father very authoritarian?" And it really made me think. And I started to think very deeply about parenting. And as I say, I tried to find somewhere where there was some help, guidance and so on. And I had very little success. And when my mother died, I inherited some money and wanted to use it usefully. And parenting was the only thing I thought about, I think. So I wondered what I could do about this to finance a program of some sort. So I thought of La Trobe, and that's how I started transition to contemporary parenthood. And I think one of the reasons I've lived so long is I love life, I suppose. And overall, very much so, my proudest achievement is my family.